Hi, everyone. This is Michelle Gramoglia, the president and CEO here at Woodland Pond, and this is my weekly update for a Tuesday. Today is Tuesday, March 21st, 2023, and what a beautiful spring day it is. I really hardly have anything for my weekly address today, so I will actually take that as a very good thing. I've got a couple of calendar items and then just a couple of, I think, words of encouragement or things to think about as we look at calendar type items and ways to think about getting outside and to do things in the community and such for the week. So Gretchen has asked me to remind you of a few things today. We have today at 2 p.m. in the PAC, we have a reminder that there is a Land Conservation Committee has a guest speaker coming in, which is Julie Siegert-Lillis, which is the executive director of the Millbrook Preserve. And she's going to be presenting on the biodiversity connections among flora and fauna among pollinators, which is an awesome topic. So I am not sure if you all are aware of this or not, but Woodland Pond has one of the most biodiverse properties here, right among the North Putt corridor, right here in our area, especially in the spring. If you were to walk around the perimeter road here right on campus and look sort of, especially on the part of the campus kind of that looks out my window of my office, we always have the most incredible spring vernal pools. And then you can kind of start to see the green come through the brown. There's so much wildlife. You probably can't see it with your bare eyes, but if you know what you're looking for, it's really cool in the spring. Julie can definitely tell us a bit about that, and I'm sure she will today. So if you have nothing else to do on your calendar, definitely try to do that today at 2 o'clock in the PAC. If you are interested in talking about something other than that, though, at 2 o'clock in the Great Room, there is an Assisted Living Residents Council meeting. I will be attending that today. So if you have Residents Council type items for the health center, it's technically for assisted living, but anybody is welcome to come. I will be there. Please bring your list of items. I will be happy to address any issues or concerns that you have there today at that Residents Council meeting today. At 3 o'clock today, the Independent Living monthly birthday celebration is happening in the classroom. This was postponed from last week. It was supposed to be last Tuesday, but we postponed it because of the weather. We also have this week at 3 p.m. on Friday in the PAC, we're going to have a Balkan folk dancing demonstration, and Simple Melodies is meeting an hour earlier at 2 p.m. In the PAC. And we're going to have a welcome spring sing-along. That's going to happen at, because it's spring. So that will be part of Simple Melodies on Friday at 2. I had a great visit to the Residents Council meeting for Independent Living last Thursday. So thank you very much for welcoming me to that. We, again, didn't have a ton on the agenda, which is great. There's really nothing on the concerns list. One of the things that I have been doing is giving a safety committee update to the Residents Council. Not sure if everyone knows, but we do have a very active safety committee here at Woodland Pond. We meet once a month, and we do things like review our existing emergency preparedness manual. We review any number of our emergency procedures. We've got plans for, 50 or so different scenarios that might happen. So we review, different plans each month. And then we go over different safety concerns that might get raised by residents, staff, guests, visitors, etc. And so I gave a safety committee update to the Residents Council. And then we talked about just some other things. And one of the things that I talked to the Residents Council about that I think is sort of, overlooked, although I was surprised by a show of hands, was that I'm really encouraging residents in independent living and in the health center to, if you're able to take advantage of the tours of the kitchen that we offer. and the tours of the health center that we offer. We do that because just like we offer, an inside look at the board minutes and the strategic plan, and we offer all of the committees that we do with access to management, and how we give presentations on the financial statements and the budget and the audited financial statements. We want you to have access to everything, behind the scenes, within the scenes, everything. We want you to see what the kitchen looks like. We want you to see inside the cooler and what the line looks like that we cook on. We want you to see the health center. So if you're not taking advantage of those tours, they're on the calendar. We really want you to do that. They don't take long, but it's such time well spent. Assuming that not everyone had taken advantage of these things, I asked the folks that were at the Residents Council meeting last Thursday to raise their hands to see how many had, attended those kitchen tours and then the health center tours. And of course, silly me, pretty much everyone in the room had raised their hands. So that was awesome. So thank you to everyone that was there for doing that. But I really do encourage you to do that. I think you'll be very impressed. I hope that some of the sort of suppositions and rumors that kind of abound about, oh, well, Woodland Pond must be using, canned or frozen vegetables, might get dispelled, or the fact that, the food in the health center is different than the food in independent living might get dispelled. If you go on those kitchen tours, you'll see that now it's all the same food and it comes out of the same kitchen. There are certain things that just, by regulation are inevitable and unavoidable. I'll just give you an example. So we serve a steak in independent living. We have the ability, like a restaurant, to serve it at temperature of your choosing. We serve the same steak from the same kitchen, because all of the steak is prepared in the same kitchen. In assisted living regulations, because that's regulated by a certain licensure in New York State, we have to serve it at a certain temperature. So we don't have the opportunity to serve it rare, medium well. In assisted living, it has to come out at a specific temperature. So it's the same steak, same cut of meat, but the regulations say it's got to come out at a specific temp. So I do encourage you to go on those kitchen tours. I do encourage you especially to go on the health center tours. None of these places are scary. So if you haven't done that, I certainly encouraged it at that Residents Council meeting last week. When I go to the Residents Council meeting today for assisted living, I'm going to encourage especially those kitchen tours. Going to be looking at a lot of that kind of stuff as the next couple of weeks and months go on. We are at the point, I made an announcement yesterday to the staff. The state has now effectively, as of yesterday, lifted our requirement to test visitors for skilled nursing. It's no longer a requirement. Our staff is no longer required to mask in the health center in personnel only areas. We are hearing through the grapevine that COVID restrictions are going to lift as of May 11th in general in the health center. So, and that's according to the CDC. Now that's not official yet. That's just rumor at this point. But, we're really turning the corner on this thing. So it's exciting. So I think we need to kind of be thinking about, how do we really want to come out of this, and how do we want to look at these next steps? So let's think about that. Let's think about it as a community, and where do we want to be? Where do we want to be going? What do we want to do as the spring renewal comes? And I will be here the rest of the week. You know how to get in touch with me, and I hope you guys have a great day. Thank you.